can see your point, but I'm not sure I completely agree. I mean, shouldn't there be some sort of rule or law against slander and derogatory comments?
All I'm saying is it's not right. It's just not right. You can't just kick a man off of his team, fine him and ban him for life just because of something he said in private, and even if it were in public. I mean, if these politicians really care about this censorship and punishment, they would keel over dead if they heard what's said down in everyday life on the streets.
I agree, but they need to make examples out of people, right? I mean, otherwise everything would be out of control. Isn't some sort of regulation needed?
If the people cannot govern themselves, then yes, I suppose so. But for me, I don't give a shit about political correctness. It's truth, it's truth. I can say whatever I want to whomever I want, as long as I'm not being violently aggressive or acting out physically abusive. Maybe I'm biased for a reason.
Yeah, but you're just a regular guy. I mean, an unknown nobody. What about those in the public eye? Don't they have a duty to uphold a standard and set a better example for us?
Maybe, but maybe they're also showing us that you can have unpopular views and still be an upright standing citizen. The whole point of life is for us to have diversity and experience all the varieties of life possible, not for us all to experience the same mind-numbing daily routines.
I guess I can see what you're saying a little better now. So what is going on? I mean, why all this push for a sequential way of life?
So what's going on? Everything. The downfall of expression and liberty. I mean, what does being politically incorrect have to do with anything really? Make me less educated?
No.
Does it make me a biased, racist, bigot pig?
No.
And does it make me less of a person or lower to me to that of the beast?
No.
Does being politically incorrect make me an ignorant, violent, hate-mongering criminal out to tear down the system?
No.
So if I toe the party lines, does being politically correct make me a wiser, kinder, more intelligent human out to create world peace?
Absolutely not.
So why then is it our government, whose very foundation was based on the freedom of speech and pursuit of liberty at all costs, mind you, punishing us and imposing censorship and the end of freedom upon us?
Help us better ourselves?
To control us. To regulate our lives simply by waving fear in the air. You don't even have to do anything now. The fear of punishment is already there. I know if I misbehave, I may be punished because they've done it to others. It's the whole public execution thing.
Public execution? Robert, what are you talking about?
I'm just talking here, bear with me. I mean, if I want to say nigger, cunt, spick, wop, slant-eye, towel head, cracker, honky, fascist, Nazi pig, beaner motherfucker, I should and can say it anywhere, to anyone, at any time, as long as I'm not being violently aggressive.
That is your right, or it should be anyway.
And if people get offended, that's their problem, not mine. I shouldn't have to pay a price or be punished simply because someone's feelings got hurt over some silly name-calling.
Well, you know, it does seem a bit silly and needless. I mean, why do people get so offended? Why do the powers that be care so much about words and name-calling?
Exactly. Why then do they care what I say, when I say, and threaten me if I don't say what they want me to say? I mean, what? Do they honestly care what I think or say? I don't want to start a revolution or anything. I just want to call an asshole, a cunt a cunt. And if our president is acting like a nigger traitor, I have the right to call him a nigger traitor. It sounds harsh because we've been told it's harsh and racist, but it's not. The truth is the truth.
You know, I think you might be starting to make some sense.
Thank you. So, what's the control of words for if I'm not acting out physically? Why then do they really care?
I don't know. Enlighten me.
To stop the good and righteous man.
To stop the good and righteous?
Yes, to stop the spreading of truth and the workings of justice. To mask things for what they really are. If evil can stop the good from even speaking, then they've won before it already began. They can do whatever they want and get away with it. No one would be able to stop them.
I guess so, but I still don't see why it matters if what I say is censored or not. I'm not doing anything wrong, I just want to live my life, live and let live. How does any of that matter to someone like me?
A spade is just a spade, right?
Right. So?
So, if I started demanding $5 for every time you said the word spade, you'd eventually stop calling it a spade and start calling it something else, wouldn't you?
Or just not pay you.
Right, and then if you didn't pay me, I would physically lock you in my basement until you either paid me or stopped using the word spade.
Okay, I get your point.
You'd eventually stop calling it a spade, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And start calling it something else?
Yes.
To avoid being punished.
Yeah.
And so, the control of language and limiting of free speech has nothing to do with political correctness or being more civil to one another. It's about being censored and controlled so that eventually people will stop calling things what they are, limit the use of their own languages, tongues, and minds. It's happening in order to change the very nature of things, the very order of how things are. It will literally silence the people's voices. Evil will become good, and good will become evil. It's all about mind control and conformity and altering the nature of true reality.
You have a very interesting idea of how the world is, Robert.
Well, do you have a valid rebuttal? Facts are facts, young lady.
And would you look at that? The fact is, I am very late for work. I can still say I'm late, can't I?
Yes, I see then. Duty calls.
Indeed, duty calls.
So, when are you gonna go on that date with me?
That depends
On what?
on the conversations we'll be having at that nice dinner you're going to be taking me to. Will they be much like this one?
Possibly.
In that case, maybe.
Maybe?
Just calling it what it is.
And what is that?
A 50-50 chance.
Alright. Call me later then?
I will.
Promise?
Is a spade a spade?
Boo! Jesus!
It's me! So, did she say yes to the date or did she say no?
What?
Did Rebecca say yes to the date or did she say no?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe we'll go on the date. She said maybe.
Maybe is never an answer.
I know.
So what are you going to do?
Nothing. She said she's gonna call me.
Call?
What?
They never call!
Yeah, I know.
So were you guys talk about the date?
No, mostly about political correctness and the freedom of speech.
And how can you tell everything once?
Exactly.
You didn't.
I did.
So you got wisdom word for me?
I was hoping to ask the same of you. What is this? What is this?
Hey Robert,
Yeah?
what's the difference between a school bus and a prison bus?
What?
The color of the bus! Hey Robert,
Yeah, Clive?
what's the difference between a schoolyard and a prison yard?
There's no barbed wire on the schoolyard fence.
Right, you guessed it. Well, I think I'm late. Gotta run. See you later. I'll check you later. Sorry, I gotta run really quickly.
deep enough. You can come out. Come on. Alright, kick him in.
No.
What? You want to know why little old nobody you is being executed for no reason? Well, guess what? I don't have to tell you.
Bright.